Hey everyone. Today I just got home from Niagara a couple days ago, so I figured I'd show you around my garden and show you what I've been up to these past couple days since I haven't been too active on the blog or any social networks or whatnot. So here goes. Here we've got a garden I put in last year, and it's got some sedum in it, some a few different types there, some phlox, some iris, some purple coneflower, there's some artemisia, hens and chicks. There's all different kinds of stuff in this garden here. And what I went through the other day, and I just cut everything back. I had all the echinacea, the coneflower stalks were still up and whatnot, left them through the winter for winter interest. I still gotta weed this section here. As you can see, there's all kinds of weeds and whatnot, but I got through here last fall, most of this side, so it looks okay yet. There's this stuff is growing like crazy. Got from the neighbors. Oh, there's a weed here. Well, that'll do for now. Go back at the root later. Some sedum there. Blue spruce looks pretty good. The only thing I'm concerned about is a little sparse on this side. Might need to candle it when it comes gets a little later in the season there. If we walk over here to the front bed, I haven't done much work in this bed for all the years I've been gardening. It's just kind of grown, but it's got a big hosta right there. And then all that green that you see, that's some daylilies, but I gotta pull these out yet and cut it all back, sort of maybe give it a rake over or whatnot and see how things go. Not sure what this is, this white stuff, but it's just sand, so I'll have to get in here and maybe clean that up a little bit. If you look here, got some evening primrose coming up, and it's got that purple hint due to the anthocyanins, which are just purple pigments that they help the plant look less like a plant, more like a flower, and that does two things. One, it keeps pests and animals and whatnot from eating them because they don't look green, they don't look like a plant. And they look more like a flower, so you start to attract bees and whatnot in advance from the nice colors. Here we have a rhododendron. It's not in the right soil, but it's doing okay down at the bottom. The top might need to cut back a little bit. It looks fairly dead, but it might need moving eventually. Go this way around the yard here. This looks good. We had tomato plants growing last year, and I pulled them out yesterday. They still got the cages here, right here, so I have to move them. I'm not sure what I'm putting in here yet, but we'll see. There's supposed to be a lily somewhere down here, but I don't see it. I'll have to weed this out too. So some work, some bricks here that need replacing. They're full of weeds. Here we got some tulips. They're coming up. When I was in Niagara, they were just about the same height, and the temperatures have been just about the same, so it's been kind of nice. And here I got the bricks. We're relaying them down, so here we're laying them in on this side, and then we'll do that side there. The grass is greening up. This is just parts of a gazebo we had on the deck, and it blew down last fall, so I have to touch that up this summer. Might fix it, maybe not. We'll have to see how it goes. Some pieces are pretty bent up. Here we got a patio just starting to get laid in there. All the pieces are stacked up here, so that'll get finished this year too, hopefully. I'm kind of hoping that by showing you guys, throughout the year how things are going, that you'll sort of motivate me to get more done. Now this is under a big silver maple, and Nothing really grows here. I do have a little bit of lamium, or dead nettle, I believe it's called, and that's coming back. That's the only thing I've successfully overwintered in the spot. Hostas and heucheras, doesn't get enough snow cover, it dries out, like it melts really quick, and then they end up freezing and thawing and freezing and thawing, and they end up dying. Here we got a little couple beds that are sort of identical. One's full of weeds, it's not planted in yet, and this one over here is, so I cut back the sedum the other day, and it's coming up nicely there. And then we've got a few other things. This looks like a daylily. There's a tulip. That is foxglove, I believe. Some more tulips, daylilies. I'm not sure what that is. I forget. Some yarrow is right there, though, and underneath all these oak leaves. Have to rake them up again as well. Go this way, back towards the house and towards the shop. Have a look here. Got some hens and chicks right there. It's coming nice. There's a little bit more there. Some more over there, and there's some over there as well. Right here, we've got some more lamium. It's a little different pattern on the leaves, though. And it's got a purple hue that it took on over the winter from, I'm assuming, the cold. Now here, on this side, that's a broken fork or whatever that I just sort of use as decoration. Sit it there. Here we have some creeping Charlie. It's looks okay there. Oh, there's something here. Some Artemisia. I'm not 100% sure on the pronunciation there, but it's a lovely plant. I absolutely love it. So hopefully throughout the year you guys will see how that goes. Now if we move actually towards the actual vegetable garden, we got just a few plants I threw in at the end of the year here. So there's some iris. I believe that is a geranium, a hardy geranium. There's some phlox right there, and then we threw in some tulips last year that I got. There's tulips, some other spring bulbs that we got from the school I'm going to today, or tomorrow, sorry. We're meeting with a school to hopefully put in a hort program in the school, and last year I was in there doing some work, and we had so many bulbs that I pulled some out, took them home, because we were just tilling it up so often for weeding that we just kept hacking away at the bulbs, and they were cutting them in half and killing them and whatnot. So I took some home to take care of them for a year or two until we get that all ready. So here's the garden, and I was raking it over yesterday to reveal what was underneath all the mess, because last year there were 6-foot weeds and whatnot, and they just sort of died over winter, and all their stalks were left. But here, you know, we got weeds coming up again, so we'll have to tackle those, mostly dandelions, though I know there's a lot more under there. And then here's the stuff I raked yesterday, and that's what it started out as. A big mess of stalks and leaves and whatnot. That was what it starts out as. You rake it over, and then it looks like this here. So that's kind of nice. We were working over here yesterday. I had my brother's help. There's a hosta coming up. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Just tiny little purple little sprouts just coming up there. So that's a hosta, and then some soil that's still left over from when we dug this out last year, and then we had a load of soil brought in to fill it up. Here's the garden bed here. That's going to be for lettuce, carrots, beets, things like that are going to be grown in here. It needs a couple inches of soil yet. Just underneath is sort of a mat of leaves that were thrown in there last year, and so we need more soil because you can't grow things like carrots. There's just not enough room. They stop once they hit the mat of leaves, right? Then they don't grow much more. But here's where we were working yesterday. And the goal is to extend this bed and dig out all the grass and whatnot all the way behind that, right up to the tree over there. So there's quite a bit to dig out yet. But to put some rhubarb in here, and it's doing pretty good. And then there's a lily. This is some mint right in here. And so the goal is to take the lily out, and whatever this is, I think it's like Coreopsis or something like that. And it's just going to be all edibles. It's going to be an edible garden, but decorative. So it's going to look good and preferably perennial. So that every single thing around this raised bed is going to come back. The hosta is going to stay because you can actually eat the flowers on that there. So here we have some more rhubarb coming up quite nicely. Raspberries here, a little bit of trimming yet to just make them nice. But last year we had a good crop from there. Compost, we put some of that all around the rhubarb yesterday. And then we got some random plants in here. There's some creeping jenny, which we'll have to move. There's right here we got some more iris, large patch of it that was gifted to me from a friend. Here we've got some oh, what's this called again? Chives. This is chives. 5 little plots right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's 6. There's 6 there. Sorry. And so that will extend along with the edible garden over there. So it will continue all the way around here with the rhubarb and the raspberries. Then there'll be the compost, of course, and then we'll put more edibles in around here. Underneath this bench, instead of this sedum that we have, the goal is to make it thyme. So I got some thyme here, and we're gonna get a little bit more and pull out all this sedum and make it thyme under there. And then as we go along here, this is all a mess yet. We haven't worked on this at all. But the goal is to make that all edibles as well. We might get some strawberry plants or something and put them in here. I'd love to say blueberries, but blueberries, they need the acidic soil, and we just don't have it here. So that's why the rhododendron wasn't doing all that great. And then of course there's the garden, which still needs quite a bit of work. But hopefully with Garden Connect and whatnot, I'll be able to keep it nice, and through just regular videos and whatnot, it will motivate me to come out here like every day after I go to work and whatnot, and then get it done, right? So I'm hoping right here, this corner, or maybe that corner, I'm not sure where yet in this garden, but this is where my Garden Connect bed is going to be. So I'm kind of excited for that, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think that's all there really is to show you. You know, this is my yard. It's kind of nice actually. It's pretty large. I got a lot of space. You know, a lot of the people I deal with, I work with, I connect with, all they have is a tiny little allotment, not much room. And some days, you know, I think that's a good thing because there's only a little bit to take care of, and I've got this large area and all these beds that I keep building. So much to do, but I do like how there's so much space and so much opportunity to do a lot of work. And as long as I got, you know, friends who can help out every so often and whatnot, then we can keep it under control. Keep the weeds under control. It might take a little bit of time, but eventually we'll get there. So here's some sedum I cut down. This is another bed by the back door, and I built this last year with a couple friends. Here's some sedum there, and there's the tops that I cut off yesterday. Then there's some creeping sedum, some thyme, or sorry, not thyme, phlox. And then just a few other plants. This one I haven't tackled yet this year yet. Of course, I just got home the other day, right, from Niagara, so haven't had much time for it. So, but eventually I'll get around to it. So here we have another bed. Just a small little thing. It used to have a little oh, what tree was it now? There used to be a tree here anyways. It was just a tiny one, but it ended up getting some disease, and then that was it for it. So, but we got this coming up here. There's a hosta under here somewhere. There's a stem. Must be from it. It's under here. I just don't know where. No. So there's another one on the other end, and it's in full sun, but we keep it. It's nice soil. It stays well watered, so they do pretty well there. There's some more purple little sprouts from the hosta there. Go behind the shed. There's one more little bed here. The goal on this side here by this pole is to put in all purple coneflower, and then to put something else on this side so that there's like a walkway through it and you've got nice color and whatnot. And then this little berm used to be a sandbox, but not so much anymore. But oh well, hopefully I can turn it into a nice garden, mix in some compost and whatnot. So this again is just another bed of odds and ends. Large patch of lamium there, or dead nettle. Here we got some moss growing. There's a sedum there. Right there, you can see it. Some hens and chicks. That is lamb's ears. Here we have some vinca, some periwinkle, and then some more sedum and whatnot around the tree, the base here. And then there's some tulips coming up as well, right there. So, odds and ends. It needs to be weeded yet this spring, but then I can start to make it nice and start to move plants around. And I'm not rushed this year. Normally I only have 2 months because I just got home from school or whatnot, right? Our summer was only 2 months, but now it's 4 months because I'm in college, and so now I got 4 months home to work on everything. Here we have something living under the shed, and I put in, there's a wire mesh down there now underneath this pile. I'm not going to be able to get to it, but you can kind of see it there. Wire mesh kept them out, so we haven't had troubles for a while. But of course, after he moved once, he moved this side here, and then so then we put the wire mesh on, and that kept them out. So yeah, grass is greening up nicely. It's coming along. There's my brothers at the very end of the driveway. I'm gonna try and zoom in on them there. They're grabbing sticks out of the bush to be burned later on this week. So, cleaning up. Spring's coming along quite nicely here, actually, and we're getting lots done. Still a mess, but it's coming along. So, figured I'd just show you around today, and yeah, I gotta go help them now. So, take care, guys. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.